Hello, everybody, and welcome back to live streams and YouTube and Twitch or whatever you happen to be watching on. Hope you're having a good day today. We're in more PowerWash Simulator 2 for tonight. So look forward to that. We're going to have a nice relaxing time. We're going to get into it. And then once we're into it, I'm going to talk a bit about what's going to happen on the next stream. So ominous. Like, comment, subscribe on YouTube, follow on Twitch. And let's get into this. I forget what job we've queued up next. So we managed to accomplish two big ones in the last stream. That's right, a roller coaster. Hey, thanks for helping out. Yesterday, my little alligator ride turned 18, so we threw our party, opened up the ride for free all day. As you'll see, it got messy real quick. Kids had a blast, that's amazing. Speaking of blast, let her have it. That grubby little chuffer. Well, if we can ride the roller coaster, we're gonna ride the roller coaster. Excuse me? Well, I remember that job. That job kind of sucked. Helter Skelter. There's the carousel way over there. Let me get pretty far this time. Here we go. Roller coaster! Wow! Why is there a balloon in that tree? That was worth How does one get off this thing? Well, that was worth an achievement. Let's go. Hit me, baby, one more time. Oh, it does 2 laps. Well, I gotta know what happens if it's going full speed and it hits me. I just gotta know. And I must confess that my loneliness is killing me now. Hit me, baby, one more time. Alright. There's quite a lot to do here. What is with the balloon? Pennywise? Is there a clown in the trees? Alright, let's just take it from the top. And by the top, I mean let's actually go to the top and work up there first. Hey Gustav, how's it going? Whee! Why is it so loud up here? Yeah. Is what true? Why is this on a... They just said right to keep you up. Take your time. More outrageous, the funnier. People have said to me, you've been doing this how long? Apparently 18 years. Don't you get bored? Wouldn't you rather be doing something else? My answer's always the same. Nah. Do you eat worms? I'm guilty of gummy worms. The gummy worm... I gotta choose my terms carefully here. The gummy worm uprising was quelled by me. Ah! I'm fine. How's life been treating you, my man? I don't understand. My bad. Howdy, streaming for snacks. Lurk away, my man, lurk away. I'm just having fun with the roller coaster. Oh, is this like a waterfall backdrop? Ah, I see it. Just good you guess, Gustav. There we go. So just to get to watch me. Oh, well, I appreciate that. It's been a while since you've been in chat. As Mr. Frank Sinatra used to say, that's life. How is Miss Rose doing? At this point, it's better to just take the scissor lift over here. No, up, please. Up we go. That's nice. I wish the scissor lift could be, like, driven while you're up. So I've seen you can do that with scissor lifts in real life. Although those might not technically be called scissor lifts at that point, I'm not sure. Hey-ah! I missed. It's fine actually to go to Hebron to meet your grandparents. Unfortunately, while I was there, I had to go to Ren's funeral. Yeah, that's a little, unfortunate. For sure. Funerals are never an ideal situation. Please pass along my condolences to Miss Rose. And I guess meeting, one of them is 2025. Oof. Hold on, I can fix that. I can fix that. Edit stream info. Yep, 2025. 2026. Hopefully that fixed it. Said it updated. Meeting the grandparents sounds like a big step, though. That's pretty exciting. Yep. Clean. In more ways than one. It's clean because I be cleaning, and it's clean because I don't really swear. So it's double clean. Made it all the way to February before someone pointed out that the 2025 tag was still there. That's pretty funny. I am just altogether too close to this rock. I don't think there's very far I can back up either. Especially that time they said it was because they were too minutes clean of marijuana. Well, for me, it's just I never see that side of it. the tags, until I switch games, I don't often look at the tags I'm using. I just trust I did it right last time, which, you know, the proof is in the pudding that no, I did not. Which is pretty funny. Yeah. That past Gaston guy, he can be a real, overconfident person sometimes, you know? Nice. So there's something missing for this rock. I'm stuck. Aha! The seam! Can't believe first time I joined you, we're making the 2024 sculpture Minecraft. That's true. The 2024 house. I don't remember if you were near the beginning of that or not, but if you were, it's pretty much been 2 years since you first popped into the chat. 10 days to 2-year veteran. That's cool. You are definitely my longest recurring Twitch viewer, for sure. Although there's a couple people who tune in periodically who tuned in early, but you're by far more consistent. It's kind of a different breed with your consistency mixed with duration. It's you know, I don't talk about it too much when I'm live. Thank you. Like, just straight up. Thank you. It means a lot to me. It really does. I appreciate that very, very much. Mostly I only get all sentimental about things in videos themselves, so it's easy to forget that, you know, you gotta say it to the live chat, too. Was that whole thing? Yay! Yeah, so sincerely and honestly, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I stream for the purpose of talking to chat, which we had that conversation a couple weeks back, and it's always a great pleasure to chat with you. There we go. Roof rocks. This is a tree that runs all the way down. Alright, let's burst out this guy. I didn't mean to scare you away. Ah, it's a long one. That's my bad. Let me read this out. No problem, dude. I've always had fun watching you. Some that drew me to your channel was actually not just your name being Gaston. You were a small streamer, as I said before. I like sports, small streamers. It's just a hobby of mine to see them grow and become popular. I try to get credit for staying along either. I generally just root for them. You've been one of my favorite people to watch on Twitch. That means a lot to me, too. I really appreciate you saying that. Yeah, I really appreciate that. Yeah, that's very nice of you to say. I still use the fan art you drew to block ads on when we do videos on browser games like Scriblio or something. I use your fan art to block the ad. Because like, people don't need to see my target advertisements, they need to see your amazing artwork. That's what they need. I remember I'd be spending most of the 2024 Minecraft server, spending most of those streams waiting to see what interactions you and Miss Rose would have in chat. It was entertaining for me to watch unfold. Nice. The waterfall's gonna keep going all the way down, I wager. Oh, right. I promised at the start of stream I would talk a bit about what's happening on the next stream. On Tuesday, the Tuesday stream, we're not going to be playing PowerWash Sim, actually. Oh, let me read the message. Maybe say thank you to me. I think you've put up content still. Some of the oldest small streamers I used to watch give up. So I used to be a small streamer, I gave up, so that's why I support small streamers. Takes one to know one, you know? You've been by far the most thankful and sincere streamer I've seen. Thanks, man. Just to address the, like, giving up, I 100% understand when you, like, hit that wall where it's just not progressing the way you want it to. And I feel like I hit that point where I could have thrown in the towel. This was before you even joined a stream of mine, back with... So I started doing YouTube and stuff in 2020, and I am not and have not been an overnight success. But But I just found I really enjoy making things. And then I look at the numbers. Like, I post a video and say it gets 10 views. That is 10 people who watched what I made. And the videos get likes and comments periodically, and it's like, I enjoy making things and people are enjoying seeing the things I'm making, and that's really special to me. Because I've always been a creatively driven person. I've enjoyed the arts and creation. The joy of creation, bum bum bum. I had a point to what I was saying. I promise I did. Might have even made sense at one point. I like making things, and it's just too much. I have too much fun creating and too much pride in seeing a job, like a project, come together to give up. That's basically what I'm trying to say, I think, for the most part. And I keep trying to, like, look at things from the lens of a YouTuber I really respect and look up to is Markiplier, who just had a movie come out that he made in self-finance, which is incredible. But his view on it, too, is that behind each of these numbers is a human person. Aside from bots, but I'm not getting into that right now. But, like, I look at my Twitch overlay right now, I've got 4 viewers. That is 4 people who are just sitting in the chat, listening to me ramble on, and watching me clean. That's super special. At least to me, it's super special. And I know, a lot of people, they think money is the most valuable thing. And while it's important, the most valuable thing people have is time. And if people are choosing to spend their time either with me live or watching my thousands of videos, I think 1,500 videos or something, some of those are live streams, but the point is, that means a lot to me too. That people are spending their precious time to do that. That means so much to me. Why is it so loud right here? There must be a speaker I'm not seeing somewhere there. Yeah, I'm getting all sentimental on you. I'm getting all mushy. Oh, that's a fancy egg. I've always tried to be a very genuine dude when I'm streaming, when I'm recording too. Like, I'll make jokes and be sarcastic for a bit in videos, but I always try to be super sincere and genuine. Because, like, I know I could, like, trend chase and yada 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 and improve my chances in the algorithm and do react content. But I feel like if this is going to happen for me, I want it to happen on my terms. I want it to be for what I want to do, not to just be chasing a fad. I want people to be here for me. Because I'm a variety content person, I'm not going to grow a fan base of, like, I'm not a Minecraft YouTuber, so I don't have just Minecraft fans. I'm a variety channel. The fans I attract are here for me. And that means a lot to me too. Like, that's special. If I start thinking about it too much, I'm going to start tearing up, because I am a very emotional person. I never used to be. But I am now, so, you know. That's fun. the loudest nature ambiance imaginable. Ah! I'm fine. Sasha talked about you the other day to Rose. She joked about how when we get married, we would invite you. I've been thinking about that. May not happen soon, but if we get married at some point, I still have time to watch you. Would you go to our wedding? Most likely be in, I assume GA is Germany. No, okay. Georgia. Georgia the country? Georgia the state in the United States? The U.S. state Georgia. I thought you lived in Germany. Anyway, I'm not gonna say no. Obviously, when and the logistics matter, but I'm not gonna say no. You know what? Your logistics, your wedding, your choice, man. Not up to me to express confusion or require an explanation. One very true thing about me is I just absolutely love love. Very much a romantic. Make it easier for family to be there. Well, that's super nice of you to choose to do that for your special day. Like, honestly, that is... There's a lot of couples, a lot of people who wouldn't do that. So that is super kind of you. Now, I also want to make it clear you do not need to invite me to your wedding. Do not feel any pressure in that regard. Was that the whole tree that just finished? Oh, it was. I'm going to try to get a better angle on a tree that's all done. Neat. Crocodile. Well, probably alligators, but, you know. Okay, I'm bouncing off of everything. Loading bay light. Alright. This is such a weirdly shaped thing. Rose said she started not the streams anymore. It's alright. I appreciate that she chose to spend some of her time watching me. That's the other thing, too. My gratitude for that is not contingent on continue doing it. I'm thankful for any time anyone's chosen to spend with me, whether it's continuous or not. I definitely do not require an apology. It's looking pretty solid. I stand. Ah. Let me hear the craziest thing. Blow my mind. Ah. Hold on, I'm being knocked at.
I'm sorry. Oh, you're streaming. Okay.
What's up?
I was asking for help.
What do you need?
They spent like $2,000 and something $100 in a party supply store for boss fight items. What's some more stuff that I can throw in because I feel bad they spent $2,500 in here? They just handed it to the woman, by the way, and now they're asking what she has.
Party supplies is in like proper D&D supplies or like balloons and stuff?
I'm talking 2 gramophones. I'm talking 4 standing lights. I'm talking about a pyrotechnic setup, an installation guy, and 2 bags of dry ice.
They bought a person?
The installation guy's more of a service, but yes, they did. They asked. Straight up asked.
Okay.
And I said, everyone take 5 as we're laughing. I go,
There's no benefit to this.
the whole thing's planned for a trap, and the guy's not showing up for that. This is the boss of the city. He's not going himself to whack some dude. And I'm just like, $2,000. And they go, slam. And like, none of them blinked. This woman takes $2,000, and now I feel bad.
Yeah.
Because I just robbed these people.
Yeah, pretty much. I really don't know what to say.
Alrighty. Thank you for at least.
Yeah, no, that's ridiculous. I wish I had an answer for you.
I might break your chat GPT for today if this episode's gonna keep up.
Please help me, AI.
Yeah. Oh, Lord. Thank you, Peter.
Yeah, no worries. That's Molly Mock of the squad running a D&D campaign in my living room. And he's having an issue with the party. Sorry for the distraction there. Still waiting on that craziest part. Scissor lift, come here. Scissor lift. I enjoy my scissor lift. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to get up in there. I guess I could have done it from up there. I didn't have to jump across. What the noises was that? While we wait for the craziest thing, stream on Tuesday. Molly Mock, who just cameoed. Oh, and here it is. While there's other things I find a quiz is that my first family was named Gaston. I found this out recently from my mother opening the box of secrets. Childhood choice he read up. Also, he was named Gaston because Gaston was kind of hard for me to pronounce as a kid because my speech which isn't prevalent anymore. Oh, man. That's funny. The, coincidental irony on that is pretty good. Can't say about you the stream. No, I'm not allowed. People will just show up and learn about it. I definitely don't want to cut off conversation. It was just, if I had more of a moment, I was gonna fill in the gap. There's probably still a huge lip down here to do. Right, I'm gonna throw myself off again and still not spit it out. Tuesday's stream is not going to be PowerWash Simulator 2. Molly Mock, who just cameoed, the DM struggling with his party. He's a huge fan of Avatar, the James Cameron films, not The Last Airbender. And he bought me Frontiers of Pandora, the Avatar game from Ubisoft, because apparently most of the story is co-op. So Tuesday, we'll be doing the first chunk of the campaign that is not co-op to get ready for streaming with Molly Mock, and we'll be going through Frontiers of Pandora story mode in co-op, but first we gotta get to the part where we unlock co-op. So, that is what we will be doing. That will be streamed starting at around 10 p.m. EST. You can make the translation to your local time zone if you just punch into Google EST to whichever yours happens to be. I'm garbage with time zones. So there will be a break from just the chill power washing, which will still go until the game's finished on Sundays and Thursdays. But Tuesday is going to be decidedly more action-packed for the foreseeable future. At least I assume it's more action-packed. I've seen Molly Mock play some of it, so I'll be there. Sounds good. You can see how rusty I get at like action-adventure games after playing Power Wash for 2 months. Like, coming off of Great Circle, I felt like I could do anything. Now it might even be longer than 2 months now since we finished Great Circle. What a game Great Circle was. I should probably get this sign done. Ah! On guard. I'm going too fast, I gotta slow it down or I'm gonna miss a bunch of stuff. Thinner spread on this nozzle. There are 2 reasons why I love my job. A lot of people struggle to have one reason to love a job, so you go, girl. One, I get to see kids smile every single day. For some of them, it's their first time on a roller coaster. This looks like a good starter coaster. It's pretty simple. What a privilege that is for me to give them that first taste of pure G-Force. I don't know if I would say you're providing much G-Force on this ride, but okay. I don't know why Mickey Mouse came out there, but alright. Yeah. It's all sorts of like little bits on top, but I think if I hit the bottom, it'll pretty much resolve itself. Because that roof ledge goes all the way back to there. gotta wonder how frustrating the actual, like, roller coaster car is gonna be. Kind of annoyed at Twitch right now. They keep recommending me OnlyFans girl streams because they put the homepage stream that has audio on by default for some reason. I don't look like the I won't say because I don't want to promote it. For some reason, counted me as a viewer. Ooh. Am I allowed to talk about Twitch in a negative light when I'm live on Twitch? I don't actually know. But I'm going to do it anyway. And if the stream vanishes, we know why. AFK as well. Oh, even better. Yeah, Twitch has a lot of problems, it seems, recently. Starting back from, I think the event was TwitchCon, where there was like a whole bunch of security issues going on. And then some weird, like, policy adjustments and policy enforcements. Kind of seems like Twitch has taken a bunch of L's in a row. And you gotta kind of wonder what impact that's going to have on the longevity of Twitch. Because a place like Twitch, a live streaming hub, faith in the platform is paramount. It is so important. People need to feel safe and comfortable on the platform they're using. So it does, like, raise some eyebrows. Like, it's still the #1 live stream platform. But sometimes you gotta wonder if that will always be the case. Like, I think it's an interesting discourse about YouTube, too, is that YouTube has been the video sharing platform for over a decade now, almost 2 decades at this point. And in a lot of ways, YouTube kind of seems like this infallible, it'll never fall. But then some policy changes and things, and it's like, you know what, maybe it could fall. And then what would that look like? What would take its place? I was just gonna say it if that's what you're referring to, producer. Yeah, I remember seeing, like, the breakdown of it. Just somebody straight up, like, got through security to get up to this person and, like, walked past a bunch of people, including, like, event employees. If you don't know the incident, just search TwitchCon security fiasco and I'm sure it'll turn up. Yeah, walked right up to her. I saw a snippet of the video on Penguin Zero's channel, and it's just like, holy smokes. Exactly! Why is security there if they're not doing anything? Apparently the person who reacted wasn't even event staff, it was her personal staff, I think I heard? Which, like, again, the platform you use, you gotta feel safe at. And I unfortunately, I can't remember who it was. I think it may have been Emaru? Maybe? But, like, she's got every right to be very, very upset. That ain't something that's gonna go away easily. Like, that's a clear, like, way to get trauma. Like, just straight up, that is a traumatic experience. That dude was... Ugh. There's so much I could say, but I'm not the most informed on it, so it would be foolish to just run my mouth, but it's kind of like shocking. It is shockingly repulsive that occurred. That even, like, it would have been shocking if it had come close to occurring, let alone actually occurred. That's just crazy. It's gonna make it interesting to see what the next TwitchCon looks like if they even do another one. Another problem with Twitch that them having political streamers on platforms really tearing apart the whole point of why the website was created. Yeah. There are very few things in the world right now as controversial as politics. And we definitely have transformed into a society where if you disagree with me, you are my enemy and need to be destroyed. There's no longer a discourse, especially online, for just differing opinions, especially when it comes to heavier topics. I saw this absolutely delightful interview with Elvis way back in the day. It was just a snippet of it. But a reporter asked him a heavily charged political question, and he just went, "Ma'am, I'm just an entertainer." And that, if that's not the perfect response to that, I don't know what is. Like, you don't need to know each celebrity's political biases, XYZ. They're an entertainer. They're not your politics teacher, they're not an expert, they're just an entertainer. As far as you're concerned, that's all they are. That is such a brilliant answer. I'm definitely gonna adopt that. If someone tries to bring in stuff to that nature, I'm just here to entertain you. I'm not here to have wisdom or anything like that. At least not about topics I'm ill-informed about. I want to know how to, like, paint something, I can tell you how to paint something real good. Spray paints or otherwise, cars, houses, actual, like, artistic paintings on canvas. I can tell you all about that stuff. Politics, don't know enough. Can't comment. Sana's a good example of that. A clip of him actually got out, I don't know how long ago, and he was talking about some, we need to start shanking these people, leftists, come on, we need to see their guts on the streets. Like, dude, chill out. Absolutely. It's just become such a discourse of that nature. It's Anakin Skywalker in Revenge of the Sith. If you're not with me, then you're my enemy. And I feel like it applies to both sides, too. Like, you see some crazy messages and stuff just from being on the internet. And it's like... And, like, there are some cases where I do believe that there's objectively right and wrong. But then there are things where just differences of opinions occur. That doesn't mean that someone needs to be your foe. Every time I see Hassan's face in the news, you know something crazy's gonna be happening behind the scenes. Dude's definitely got an interesting life, if nothing else. The whole thing with the dog. Did you hear about that? His dog? Some of these ambient noises are really loud. But some of these people haven't been arrested yet for inciting violence. Son is literally here in the U.S. while he's living in it and talking about capital's bad, even though he's literally a rich person who uses capitalism to its fullest. Yes, the dog memes are really funny. It's certainly interesting, for lack of a better term. And there really, I don't think there really is a better term. When you look at it, it is not a good interesting, but it is interesting. Thank you right there. Get a little bit of an angle on this. Concern type interest. That's exactly it. That's exactly a good way to put it. It's like the interest you have when a volcano starts acting up. That's interesting. Concerning, but interesting. I actually quite like that comparison. I think that works for me personally. Let me get on the phone? Yeah, no worries, man. I will be here for at least the next hour. This job is way slower going than previous big jobs. Lots of little bits and bobs, which is never my favorite. So that definitely does slow me down. I knew it'd be you. Loading bay foliage. I have returned. Welcome back. Haven't missed much. Just me finishing this column. So that's nice. Gets so hot in my office in the winter. My office is in a basement, and it gets so right by the furnace. Also, you don't curve twist my words like some of the past. If I say I don't like blank because blank, it doesn't mean I hate the first blank. Sure, yeah. I was always taught that hate, it's a really strong word. And it is. It really is. It's just like the difference between liking someone and loving somebody. Between not liking and hating, it's a big gap. So I'm always very careful about when I use hate. And it makes you wonder how different the world might be if other people were a little a little slower to hate. Relegate everything to hate. That's just a philosophical musing. I don't tend not to do those too much. I let my mind wander a bit there. PowerWash Simulator does that to me. My mind wanders away. One of the first jobs where I haven't come up with a centralized plan for what I'm doing. And that's mostly because I've been able to interact with the chat a lot more, so I haven't really focused on what I'm doing. And that's not a complaint. I don't mind at all. That's why I'm live. Is to talk with peoples. But I am really just, ooh, I see something. I'm gonna do it real quick. No rhyme or reason. Usually I've got long gaps between messages where I'm able to make a plan. So that's kind of an interesting little change to it. So when I mentioned Frontiers of Pandora, the Avatar game, you had put a W in the chat. Are you a big James Cameron Avatar guy? Or just excited to see me play something other than PowerWash Simulator? I summarized by this saying that my dad used to say, the word hate is closer to loathe than hate is to dislike, or something along those lines. That's very true. That's a very, very true way to look at it. Never seen the Avatar movies? Fair enough. You're just excited to see me something. Let me try that in English. You're just excited to see me play something other than PowerWash Sim. Yeah, fair enough. PowerWash Sim was really well timed for me at the end of last year because I was super busy with the year-end video and What No Tip, the horror comedy film I made. So having this outlet to just relax on stream and not have to remember how to play a game or how to puzzle solve or fight enemies was super nice. But I am pretty excited to diversify too. Don't get me wrong, I still like PowerWash Sim. I'm gonna finish it on stream probably pretty soon. I think we're over halfway. Having 3 days of streaming will help with the speed of game too, like how much games are released and stuff, which will be nice. I'm kind of eyeing Marvel's Spider-Man for when PowerWash Sim is done. It's been a while since we've done a Marvel game. So we did Avengers, and then we did Guardians. There's like 3 Spider-Man games, I guess. But can I stop it when it's out there? I cannot. Hit me with it. What's the game recommendation? Ah, frick. I forgot about the roller coaster. Even though this whole map is a roller coaster. That scared me more than it should have. No, no, no. You said it wrong. What'd I say wrong this time? Those players on the eye and act like I'm a villain who just entered the shot. Act like I'm a villain. So, I have a game recommendation. Something like that. Perfect. Glad I was able to match the vibe. Emerges from the shadows. That's it. I forgot the game. Hey, if you remember, you're one of the few people with many different ways to contact me. That being said, for any listeners who have game suggestions and want to send them my way, gmodsquad7@gmail.com is the best way to get a hold of me if you miss me while I'm live. I use Discord too much to give it out publicly. Secondly, I get loads of time to think. I mean, properly think deeply, like we don't do so much anymore. And what has your deep thoughts uncovered? Was that the thought? Got so lost in it that I zoned out completely. Okay. Those kids can believe their luck. They got 2 whole minutes on the ride for $1. How short that coaster is. 2 minutes is like 10 trips. Besiege? What's Besiege like? What type of game? What am I looking at here? There it is. Campaign game where you build vehicles to destroy certain structures. Medieval Angry Birds? But with, like, a more set-up twist than just launch said bird. Yay! Kinda. Okay. Is this on Steam? Is this on Epic? What are we talking here? On both. Cool. It's just Steam, or... You know what? I use Steam primarily anyway, so it doesn't really matter. If it's on Steam, that's where I will look at it. $15 at the moment. Is it on sale or not at the moment? Because Steam does a lot of great sales at various times. Okay, let's do the outside wall all the way around, and then we'll do the coaster, and then the track. Not the sale last time. Okay, so it goes on deep sale. That's good to keep an eye on. Deep sale? Steam does such good sales, man. It's awesome. I love Steam sales. And then they like seasonally too. Summer sale, winter sale. It's so good. I'm a big fan of Lego games, and they have Lego Jurassic World, which has the Jurassic Park films as well on Steam. I've seen it get down to like $5, and it's just if I needed a game to play, I would totally spend $5 to play Lego Jurassic World. It's just I haven't run out of games that I currently own yet. $70 CODs get down to like 20. That's crazy. Steam, man. It gets some amazing sales. And don't get me wrong, I like Epic's rotating free game strategy too. I think that's really cool. I know I've gotten some pretty sick games for free because of it. Including most recently Five Nights at Freddy's Into the Pit, which I think is really cool. But Steam sales. That was gotta be one of, if not my favorite copy. It's such an interesting thing too, because usually, like, I think it's fair to say that Steam has the monopoly on online PC gaming. Just PC gaming. Online was the wrong term, but PC gaming. And usually, monopolies are a bad thing for the consumer because they have no real competition to make them make things better for the consumer. And then Valve is just like monopoly and goated by being like really good to their users. I've not had a bad experience with them thus far. The sales go incredible. It's just so cool. Cat. Refund policies go to the Steam supports fast. The games Valve created are some of the top games even to this day. All true. Exactly. All true. All very, very true. Okay, alligator. Favorite Valve game? I guess the question would have to be, does Gmod count? Then it's gotta be Gmod. The amount of stuff you can do, it is literally the namesake and the idea basis for my channel and my content. Actually, technically, the Gmod in my channel name doesn't actually stand for Gary's Mod, but that's another story for another day. But I'm also a huge fan of the Portal games. You would think, wouldn't you? Yeah, no one knows what it actually stands for. Except for me, obviously, because, you know, I made it. And the whole reason why the whole reason why I came up with it not being Gary's Mod is just in case, for some unforeseen reason, there's a licensing issue with having Gmod Squad for like a name of a corporate entity. If it ever gets to that state, I need to have the proof in the pudding that it's not Gary's Mod that I'm referencing. That was just a little bit of copyright paranoia from me back when I made the channel. I've always thought my Twitch name was pretty clever, actually. Not asking to share, why have you not told anyone? Oh, that's actually a super simple answer. Because when I came up with it, it started with as like a mustache twirl, oh ho ho, can any of my friends figure out what it is? They're part of the Gmod squad, but they don't actually know what it means, oh ho ho. And no one's just figured it out. I think my Twitch name is clever, because the Gmod Squad is YouTube, and then Twitch, the Gmod Squad presents, and then back before I did more complicated titles, it was just the game I was playing. The Gmod Squad presents Tomb Raider 2 or Tomb Raider Anniversary, whatever I was playing. Now the titles are a little more like Twitch approved for getting eyes on it and stuff, the SEO or whatever it's called. But I always thought my Twitch name was pretty clever. And before I ask you your favorite Valve game, just while we're down this Gmod Squad history rabbit hole, the reason why it's called the Gmod Squad Presents is I had assumed that the members of the squad would want to live stream with me. And they have occasionally, but I was very much wrong on that. The Twitch channel literally could have been Guest On Presents. Anyway, what is your favorite Valve title? Wanted to ask me a while ago about Valve. Where are the other members in the live streams? So they are only on the streams very occasionally. Obviously, with Avatar, Molly Mock will be on the streams a lot more. Pretty much every Tuesday, schedules provided, obviously, to play Frontiers of Pandora, because he is a huge Avatar buff. Literally the biggest fan I know of the brand. And then how much can I say without dirty laundry here? Let me think. Favorite is probably TF2 because the amount it has. Yeah, no doubt. TF2's impact is huge. Hello. I've actually been talking about Frontiers of Pandora. Molly Mock's back.
Yeah. I just did it.
You just undid it?
I tried to scam them. I threw the money down. And then they were just gonna get themselves.
Yeah, I can understand the frustration.
I
Yeah, fair enough. Have I watched Emesis Blue? No, I've not even heard of that. What is it? That's the whole roller coaster cart. Big poofy grin. Have to react to it at some point. Is it YouTube, Netflix? TF2 horror film. Okay, sign me up. That sounds cool. YouTube. Alright. Now, you may not know the answer to this, but in case you do, I'll ask it. Is it copyright, or can you react to it? And you might not know, which is totally fair. React to it's not an official movie I've seen people watch before. Cool. How long is it? Hour 48, that's a chunky one. Legitimate movie, cool. Well, there is a new... I know we were just talking about like the new game, but there's a new type of stream that I'm going to be doing pretty soon. I think at some point this month. Have I talked about this yet on stream? I don't think I have. So let me do a little background here. Back in 2022, I believe. It's either 21 or 22, but I think it was 22. I used to run a podcast on the side called the Great Movie Ride Podcast. It was a movie review podcast. We had a ton of fun. And then my co-host just got really busy. Jerry of Dom, as seen in many videos, he got really busy. And we just kind of fell out of doing it, and it just faded away. I recently just did Twitch's Creator Camp, which was cool. And it was talking about how the most watched category on Twitch is just chatting. So as I was trying to think about how to do a just chatting when I don't want to show my face yet, which adds like a level of trickiness, and I don't have a huge chat to just talk to as well. That's the other part of it. What could I do? And then around that time, our newest Battlefront 2 video came out, where a big chunk of the first part of the video is Jerry of Dom, Cake Master, and myself talking about 2025 movies and what our favorite one was. And it actually got some like positive comments about not even the gameplay, but about our movie takes, which I thought was really neat. And it's like, maybe there is a want for good movie reviews from the Gmod squad. So we're looking at once a month on Sundays. Jerry of Dom and I are going to revive the Great Movie Ride podcast. And instead of being locked to one film, we're going to be tackling whatever movie pops into our head and just chat in the just chatting category for, you know, probably the normal length stream of 2 hours. There will likely be one film or film series we focus on, but it could go anywhere in the conversation. The whole reason why I went through that long spiel of talking about this is maybe for one of our Great Movie Ride streams, we will live react to Emesis Blue. I think that could be really cool. And give our live movie review podcast notes on it as we watch. And it's hour 48, so it fits in the 2-hour window that we usually do for streams. So I think that could work pretty well. Enduring Crippled J is here with the bots. Have I made it all the way around yet? Not even. That's a pretty big map. Still got around 40 minutes to go here. Stinky bot, yeah. Eventually we'll get Twitch bots that like claim to be human. Be like, oh, get out of here, bot. They'll be like, but I'm a human. And I'll be like, oh, are you now? You stand there and think about what you've done. The posts and rails are being like super forgiving. I really appreciate that. Got school in a couple hours. Hey, fair enough, man. You gotta bow out, you bow on out. Thanks for coming in and chat. So we'll tackle the rest of this, like, giant facade. Then we'll do the rail all the way through. Gotta go. Love talking with you as always. Like I said, Abscess Blue is a great movie. I will definitely... You know what? I'm gonna write it down right now. Just to make sure it doesn't get lost when the Twitch chat vanishes. Love talking to you too, my man. Have a good one and a good time at school. And we'll catch you on Tuesday, hopefully. You know, unless something changes for you. Or for me. Schedules can be weird, but the plan is Tuesday. Supposed to be confused? Okay. Good to have an idea on that going forward. I appreciate the heads up. Bye, man. Got a little laggy there. Now we just go back to general Let's Play commentary. Which for PowerWash Sim isn't too much. Mostly just commenting on the state of the job, how we feeling about it. It's always a good stream for chat interaction when Gustav is there. Really get music queued up for these streams. Ah! Huzzah! Alright, the track. We'll start with the top of the track, and then we'll switch to the bottom. New job, ooh. Illustrawash, is there any chance you get yourself a wash to clean up our interactive solar system? We've had an incident. That job sounds dope! I don't think we're finishing this one tonight, though, so it'll be a bit before I get there. It's gonna be close, though. I do think we're kind of getting the stuff that'll go a lot faster. Kind of wish that the head would cooperate more, but it is what it is. It's probably just going to be faster to break out this fella with this nozzle. Yeah, this was the choice. This was the choice for sure. Even clearing a swath down the side there. And yes, I know I'm going to have to go back and do this side again, back towards spawn. And by spawn, I mean launch area, loading area. Man, I'm not Englishing too hot tonight. Even without the triple barrel, this thing is loud. This is a good pressure washer. Still the underside to do, so they won't ping from the top. It's crazy how much quieter it immediately is once I stop this. It's so loud. Okay, green is doing some work, even without the triple nozzle. Alright. We kind of see what we need to do. We kind of got the vision. Just take it track piece by track piece. Just remember what that amazing thought was. Is it weird how some people have the perfect name for the jobs? Like there was a famous detective from around here called Penelope Proof. But get this, she used to be a baker, but she rose through the ranks. Baker promotes To cop? What? This map lags me a little bit, it looks like. Or maybe I'm just tired. There's the track. It's now got all sorts of cool little lines everywhere. It's an ugly fish. He's just called a fishing character? This man doesn't have a name? I feel like the man should have a name. We shall call him Benny. He cannot read a sign. This is important. Nice. You're about to catch a piranha with no idea what to do with it, my man. But you know I'm not your dad, so good luck. Alright, next baubles. Crab looks very distressed. Next bubble. It's got eggs, castles, and then the log. And then we'll see what time it is and decide if we're doing the floor today or Thursday. With the heat in my office, it ain't looking too good for doing the floor today. But we'll see. Oh, it's the bucket that made the sand castle. Okay. That's cute. I've just had another thought. Those reptiles on my right aren't gators, they're crocs. You can tell by the teeth. Oh boy, I hope no one notices. As much as I was, like, accidentally calling these crocodiles earlier, now that you pointed out their snouts are the thinner snout that is a crocodile over an alligator. I didn't really think about that. And then you could also, like, construe it to just the artistic rendition. But if we're being technical, they do have the thinner snout, indicative of a crocodile instead of a gator. Okay. Ta-da! Oh, we still got a bit of time before we have to call it. So let's see what gets done, and then we'll judge how far we go. I do have to, like, it's very hot in my office. It's very uncomfortable at the moment. But I also have to take out the garbage tonight, so we'll see. But we'll start it and see where we end up. That's the deal. So we haven't been streaming for the 2 hours yet. There's still like 10 minutes before we hit 11. So let's see what gets done. Hello, butterfly. So that's 2 hours on the stream, but we still have 7 minutes before 11 o'clock, so let's push it a little bit. See what happens. And I started going too fast. How far back? All the way to there. That's fine. Slow it down a notch. Oh yes, there's a ladder. Oh, that was nice. Two-minute warning. See if we can at least get it to 90. There's 90. 11 o'clock, there's 9% to go. I'm gonna have to lock up tonight. You know what, let's just buckle down and get this done. We're right on the cusp. I almost wonder if it's better to just go crouched. It sets my limit to how fast I can go so that I'm always getting coverage. I don't have to look down, I can just move. Then I can automatically fit under everything. This might be the best way to do this at this point in time. It's like even full steam ahead, I'm still covering everything and not leaving anything behind. That's really good. It's kind of like putting a speed limiter on it, but it actually allows me to move quicker. So I can't overstep it. Like I did right here. Is this the best strategy for the rotary buffer? Maybe. Who can say, really? There we go. Now they'll slowly start checking off. Wasn't expecting to be too tall for that portion of the track. So that's unexpected. Like, it makes sense that I would be too tall, but I wasn't expecting it. So neaten up all of that. Make it so that this won't be a concern in the future. And back on track. %. And this part is now completely cut off. So we run it this way. And you know what? We'll finish off this little section. Get her done. Then we resume right here. Almost to 98. Whoops. You gotta water the water floor.
Sorry, last time. Holy. Oh boy.
It's hot in here.
It's like I'm inside of a dryer. It kind of smells like I'm inside of a dryer.
Feels pretty warm in here.
Give me a kiss.
Have a good night, man.
Yeah, you do, buddy.
Almost.
How's Chad going?
He went to bed.
Oh, look. Click on that.
Yeah, the bots.
Click on the RU film.
Yeah. Gotta let the bots in. I just wanted to finish the job because it's 90%.
Oh, he's talking about Emesis Blue?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
TF2 horror film.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, it is.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I've seen it. I think it's very much up your alley of like horror cinemas.
Cool.
Yeah, alright. Take a look at that. Not at night though.
Not at night. Good night, man.
Hey, bud, see ya.
Good to see you too. Bye, everybody else.
Everyone's down
Yep. And I'll close it. Alright. Okay, let's finish this thing. Cameos from all sorts of people tonight. And loading bay post. You. Wait, there's another one? You. Hi, vey. Oh yeah, there she is. Here's for another 18 years of Gator Magic, eh? Stop by for a ride whenever you like, if you can stand the G-Force, that is. Let's make sure we get the save at home. And there you have it. So thank you everybody so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed. Special shout out to Gustav and for Streaming for Snacks for coming out and chatting for a bit. Always appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe on YouTube, follow on Twitch. Be back Tuesday at 10 p.m. EST with Avatar Frontiers of Pandora Episode 1. I'll see you then. Until then, check out my latest video tomorrow. Bye-bye.